Everybody, in my last speech on this Atma Jnana, we have discussed about how what is the cause for the various chronic diseases that mankind faces. Actually, for all the chronic disease, we go to doctor, and when we get the pain, when we get the giddiness, when we get the heart attack. So at that time only we go to doctor, and when we get that BP, when we have the, after testing, the doctor says you have BP, you have diabetes, you have this heart problem, you have the kidney problem, all these things doctor says. But they can only diagnose and tell what is the problem at that particular moment. But no doctor, either allopathy or Ayurveda, whoever the case may be, no doctor can tell when this disease has started, where, at what stage of life this disease has started, nobody can say. And what is the cause for the disease also nobody can say. Because this cause is mainly due to the reaction of our buddhi to the various events we face, and at what level our buddhi is. So we are so told that buddhi oscillates in 4 levels of consciousness. So for common man, mostly who is in the samsaric life, who is in the mundane world facing various events in life, his buddhi will be oscillating between the outer sensual conscious mind and the ego conscious mind when it faces events in life. This is the war of life, the tension world. We face various events in life. At this situation, the buddhi will oscillate normally between the sensual conscious mind and the ego conscious mind. So, in the Manonmaya Kosa, if you see, buddhi is this Sahasrara Chakra. These 5 senses are in the Agya Chakra, and ego in the Visuddhi Chakra. Visuddhi Chakra starts from throat to above chest, and the Atma is in the center of the head. And the gunas is reflected in the corresponding to the Manipura Chakra, because Manipura Chakra comes in the Pranamaya Kosa, but the corresponding part in the Manonmaya Kosa refers to the gunas. What is gunas? Suppose you get fear, your stomach get upset, stomach get shaky. That's why in Tamil say adivayathu kalakkudu, when you have the fear. So the fear is reflected from the stomach. Similarly, anger reflects. When you get anger, from here the body starts shaking. If you become very terrific angry, the body starts shaking from Manipura Chakra. So these gunas are reflected in the Manipura Chakra. And this subconscious mind is corresponding to the Swadhisthana Chakra. What is this subconscious mind contains? Whatever experiences the buddhi from the external events from the buddhi faces through the perception by these 5 senses. Its reaction due to the ego consciousness gets stored in the subconscious mind. Its reaction to the Atma consciousness also gets stored in the subconscious mind. So that's why normally in normal human being, we always, when we are doing our mundane duties from morning till night, when you get up, you have brushing, you take coffee, you read newspaper, you carry on all these works. At that time, mind remains calm for a common man. But when somebody comes and he begins to fight with you with some words, then automatically the buddhi, after hearing the words, get excited by what they said, and it goes to ego consciousness and it is reflected by anger. And this anger is because of the gunas stored in the stored in the Manipura Chakra. So immediately, so what time our mind excites, what event will affect, will excite us, what event will calm us, all depends on these gunas. The ego in man is awakened at any moment, we don't know. Because you look like a calm pond. In the pond, suddenly if you put a stone, the ripple starts. Similarly, we look calm, but when some event attacks us, that event may be the words from your neighbor, why you have thrown your dust into our compound. If he shouts, immediately there will be a fight start. So, what event we are going to face in the next moment is not known. All are based on our karmas. But when you face that event, immediately how it reflects. If it remains in the ego consciousness, the guna that gets stored in the Manipura chakra is, a guna means what? A guna means a trait. If an action is repeated, and for the same action, if same reaction occurs, and this reaction gets stored in the subconscious mind. And this reaction, immediately when you face a similar action again, this reaction from the subconscious mind immediately reflects back, and it touches the guna in the Manipura chakra. From Swadhisthana, the reaction will be recollected for the same event. When you face the event, immediately the reaction, what is stored in subconscious mind, reflect in the gunas, and immediately it vibrates. These are all things happens inside us without our knowledge. So all these gunas are because of how we react to each event in our life. But as long as the buddhi remains in the ego conscious level, sensual conscious level, no, nothing, every common man, every person has to face it, sensual consciousness. But after facing sensual consciousness, you have to circumvent the ego consciousness and reach the Atma consciousness. Circumvent cannot happen automatically. You have to get the necessary strength. The buddhi has to get necessary strength. If you see in the Muladhara chakra, we have the Kundalini Shakti. This Shakti should be there. The buddhi should have enough strength to ban this ego. When the ego is burned, the senses perceives the senses in the divine way. Whatever you see, it sees in the divine way. So for that, the buddhi has to be taken to the Kundalini Shakti through the meditation. Leave the buddhi like a stone, it reaches the Kundalini Shakti. It gains enough strength. And with that strength, you burn this ego. When the ego is burned, the five senses receive the divine power. So whatever you see, an object what is seen, it has three perceptions, good, bad and neutral. So it remains neutral at all times. Whatever you see is Atma. This event, what is happening now, is nothing but a path for release my karmas. That is the vision that one should get. That happens when the buddhi is taken to the Atma consciousness. From the Atma consciousness, I told, we have to take this to Supreme Consciousness through Atma Samadhi Dhyan. Leave this buddhi. Like a stone you leave, through gravitational pull it comes down. So the gravitational theory is a great theory. It's very powerful theory for us to use for this Atma Samadhi Dhyan. Very simple. Just visualize the buddhi as a stone falling from Sahasrara chakra, going to crossing this Atma and then go to, with the Atma it go to the Muladhara chakra. It gains enough strength, enough Shakti, so that from the, it moves from Vijnanamaya Kosa to Anandamaya Kosa. After taking the enough strength of the Kundalini Shakti, it goes to the Samadhi state. When the buddhi is taken to the Samadhi state, automatically it gains the power to burn this ego, keep the senses under control, and the senses will see only the divinity. So whatever you see, if somebody is scolding you, you will take the stand that yes, he is scolding mainly because it is Pada release of karma. If he is really scolding me, there is something fault in me, so let me correct. You thank him. When you say smiling face, when you thank him, his scold becomes positive. Similarly, it all so here when the ego burns, the senses perceives things in a divine way. And what happens when these senses perceives in a divine way, this divinity gets stored in the subconscious mind, and over a period, when the same event is repeated with divinity, the subconscious mind, the same act when repeated with divinity, it becomes a guna, a positive guna, a divine guna. So these divine gunas will burn the devilish gunas in you. When the devilish gunas are removed, automatically, since you are recording in the subconscious mind the divine experiences, because you are taken to the buddhi, to the samadhi state, and keep it. So when you drop a stone, what happens? It goes to the bottom. It will not come up. So the path of spirituality is irreversible. When you do with total faith, total surrender, because samadhi stage is the place where God lies. The depth of the silence inside you, hear the voice of God. Remain there. By remaining there all the time, there is no need for you to sit always in samadhi. While doing your work, even while I am speaking, one can remain in samadhi. You can keep it, because then only you get the voice of Atma, voice of the inner self will speak. So whatever, from the voice of inner self, whatever act you do, it will be pure, perfect, unblemished. So in that way, one has to gain. Always leave the buddhi to fall it, that's all. Don't make it to come. If you make buddhi light, it will get carried away. The buddhi with the pure divine knowledge. So what is being shared every day is to build this buddhi with the pure divine knowledge. So that this pure divine fire of knowledge will take you to the deep samadhi state and keep it all the time. So that that knowledge, that buddhi with this divinity in the samadhi state will enable you to face all the events. You remain there itself, but the inner buddhi, when it is remain inside, the outer buddhi has got two stages. By remaining in the samadhi state, the buddhi carries on all the duties. So when it carries on all the duties, it will burn the ego, keep the senses in divinity, so that the divinity gets stored in the subconscious mind, which erases all the negative gunas in the subconscious mind, negative events, negative experiences of the past. When you record, past recorded things when you re-record in a cassette, the old recorded things vanishes. Similarly, the good things now, divinity, what you are recording here, it destroys all the devilish experiences stored in the subconscious mind, and this is reflected back by way of gunas. Because a guna means a repeated act will become a habit, will become a guna. So your gunas become positive, and you can remain under equanimous under all circumstances. So when you are remaining equanimous under all circumstances, whatever events you face, you don't feel dejected, you don't feel anger, you don't feel jealous, you don't feel hatred, you don't feel cunning, you don't feel crooked. All the negative things, when it vanish, automatically mind remains calm at all times. When mind remains calm at all times, automatically the energies in the chakras becomes calm, neutral. That means whatever you do, when you do with perfection, there is positive results, and there comes happiness, there comes peace. When there is peace and happiness, all the chakras will have positive energy. When there is and it's full of filled with strong immunity power. When the energy is positive here, the cells will get positive energy, and this positive energy at all times will keep your immunity power strong, and you will be free from disease, and at all times you remain calm, peace, happily, you carry on your duties. So for this, when you have got strong immunity power, you will be free from disease. The body should take its natural decay. A person is born means he should not die out of disease. He should die by naturally. Without any disease, he should die. Normally that's why people say 100 years. Nobody is dying because after living under 100 years. From 40 years onwards they get chronic disease, because they are not keeping this buddhi in the divine state. Always keeping it at the ego stage, their accumulation of negative energy, because of the negative gunas, continues. Live it freely. Gravitational theory is a powerful theory. Live it. Go to samadhi state. Just remain in samadhi and carry on your duties. Absolutely your mind will be free. You will be free from disease. You will be free from unhappiness. You will be free from all negativity, and you can lead a successful, peaceful life. Please follow this and see that you live a happy, peaceful, successful, prosperous life at all times. Thank you.